College is a place where students not only learn more about their area of study, but about themselves as well. Tian Manser is a sophomore at Washington State University. She lives a pretty typical college life. She studies biochemistry, is involved in many clubs and organizations, and picked up a few new hobbies. However, with everything she's involved in, there was a part of her that felt like she was different.
Yeah, I was born, obviously, and then I guess just kind of like left at the orphanage gates or something like that, or found there. And I wasn't really given a name, or like they didn't record my birthday or anything.
What many people don't know is many adopted children experience adoption trauma. Adoption trauma is created when a child is separated from their family, which can cause many effects on that child as they grow up.
Everyone conceptualizes family as like a tree, but then like I don't really have any roots, and like my family's not very close, so it just kind of feels like me, myself, and I.
Adoption trauma is especially common in children adopted from China.
I'm not white, so I'm not like the average American, but also I never had those cultural experiences where you're making like dumplings with your Asian grandmother or whatever. Like I know a lot of friends, have those kinds of experiences that I don't, and so I feel like I'm kind of left out of both circles in some regard.
From 1980 to 2015, China implemented their one-child policy to help with overpopulation. However, it left many babies, especially girls, abandoned, sent to orphanages, or killed. A close friend of Manser, Linnea Grothier, learned she was adopted from the same Providence as Manser.
It's become a story that I tell, and I tell very few people because I'm it's a really vulnerable topic, because at the end of the day, it's I can tell so many people oh, I'm adopted, but to know the extent of what I go through as an adoptee, it's I really hold that to myself, and I really cherish that.
Many other children in the United States who were adopted from China have shared their experience and the trauma they faced online.
I'm oh, I'm adopted, people are oh, well, that means your parents chose you and whatever, you're special and whatever. But I feel those kind of comments are kind of insensitive, because a lot of the times you won't really feel like that. You're kind of oh, why was I not wanted, or something like that, more so than, oh, my adopted parents chose me.
Since there isn't much awareness for adoption trauma, many adopted children learn to get through it on their own. Luckily for Grothier, she was able to find a support group.
I joined this adoption mentorship program, and they gave me this acronym FIT, which is funny, ignore, teach. So you either make a joke out of it, or you just ignore it, or you just teach someone about it. And I think it's just some people just have preconceived ideas, and you can't really change their idea one thing or another.
I'm Ariel Argel with Murrow News 8.